Welcome back, YouTube family. It's your boy Coozie, back with another hot TikTok reaction video. Today we're gonna react to some creepy and woke TikToks. I'm talking about the kind that's gonna have you rethinking reality. One more thing, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop some new hot content that you definitely don't want to miss. And always use your own discernment, do your own research. Don't just be out here believing everything you hear or see in these videos and everything that I say in these videos. That's a fact. Let's get it.
Can you believe that the explosion that just happened in Miami shook people's homes? This is breaking news. This is happening in Miami, Florida, and it is massive. They have an explosion. Footage is pouring in from all over. The locals that took the footage across the bay literally had their houses shake. That's how big it was. And what news is saying is it was some kind of car fire inside a shipping container.
Explosion or crash? Remember this, you can't believe what you can't perceive. Well, that's most people out there in general. Like I always say, a lack of perception breeds deception. No doubt. Those GMO mosquitoes.
Did you know the center of the world is actually in California? Located in the southeast corner of the state in the tiny town of Felicity, this spot is home to the center of the world, designated by a plaque inside of a pyramid, a granite museum full of humanity's accomplishments, and it even has an actual piece of the Eiffel Tower. It was recognized by France as the center of the world in 1989, and if you're looking for a unique spot to visit in California, then look no further.
Ever heard of it?
This is the center of the world. The owner Jacques-André Istel, who is a member of the Rothschild family, and his wife Felicia Lee moved to the California desert 30 years ago to create a unique legacy. Istel convinced the Imperial County Board of Supervisors to designate a spot on his 2,600-acre property as the official center of the world. He established the town of Felicity and became its mayor for life. Istel built the Museum of History in granite, a collection of 20 granite monuments inscribed with summaries of historical events and figures. This open-air museum includes topics ranging from the Big Bang to Barack Obama, and quirky facts like the proposed cabinet post of Secretary of Beer. The site features a chapel, a piece of the Eiffel Tower's spiral staircase, and a sundial. Istel aims for the museum to last until the year 6000, ensuring a legacy that might one day educate distant descendants, perhaps far from Earth. Despite controversies, it attracts thousands of visitors annually.
I swear that's weird. That's a weird place. I wonder if it's built on one of those old ley lines. We're gonna have to do some research. Y'all let me know in the comments about that one.
I'ma need some whiskey glasses, 'cause I don't wanna see the truth.
What is that? That's an airplane.
Yeah. I'ma need some whiskey glasses if I'm gonna make it through. If I'm a bass single, I'ma need a double salad. Heartbreak blues. See the world. What's burning out?
What is that? What is that?
No, there's only two.
Yeah, but like, what is that?
No, the baby. The one broke off.
Crazy. I guess it's a UFO.
Everything shut down. I just restarted my phone. I'm publishing this now. It's landing. Jesus. Holy shit. My God. Somebody go get them. Somebody go get them now. This thing's landing. Holy shit.
Pick y'all up.
My God. It's not a helicopter. Holy. Oh my God. Port St. Lucie, Florida. US 1. They see it. Shit. Walmart Supercenter right now. It's the 29th. 6 p.m. Just crossed US 1. Just dropped something too. The lights are shut down. That's an EMP.
Well, here lately we've been hearing about a lot of UFO sightings, and we've been seeing a lot of footages, and you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say just footages, a lot of footage and images of this type of interactions here lately. So whether y'all think it come next, so they finna really reveal themselves and come down to meet us, or do y'all think this just part of Project BB, Blue Beam? I'm very curious of what you think. Let me know in the comment section.
Does the firmament touch the earth?
From Wikipedia.org. The firmament is said to be made of solid ice occupying the space between the earth and the first heaven.
Alexa, can anyone get through the firmament?
From Substack.com. NASA used high-altitude explosives to try and penetrate the firmament, and what they filmed of the operation was the result of their explosives creating massive watery wave propagation above them as they hit the quasi-vitreous dome above the Earth known as the firmament.
Alexa, is anyone able to get to space from going through the firmament?
No one is able to reach space by going through the firmament. The firmament is considered to be a barrier that has never been penetrated by humans, not even in science fiction or NASA's outer space movies.
Thank you.
It was specific, huh? What you think?
Take a look at this. Microsoft and Coca-Cola signed $1.1 billion 5-year AI deal. Why am I just finding out about this? Now, what does Coca-Cola and computers have in common? And tea. Okay. I just had Coca-Cola yesterday. Are you kidding me? 5-year deal, huh? I mean, are they changing the soda? Are they adding something to it? Everybody loves Coca-Cola. Especially Coca-Cola with some ice. I heard Diet Coke was worse than the regular Coke. If you're on a diet, why would you drink Coca-Cola? Well, if you didn't know, now you know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments about this, guys, because I don't know what's going on here. But they seem to be shaking hands and they're in business now. Why does BG want to team up with Coca-Cola? Maybe because it makes so much money and it's a nice, refreshing drink. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. I think this is a great idea. I love Microsoft and I also love drinking Coca-Cola. You know what it is. It's not a game. And T inside of the S. You get it? I'm just messing with you guys. That's just a whole bunch of letters. I be saying anything sometimes. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, it ain't nothing to know, so you don't know nothing. I'm about to get on my Microsoft computer and drink me a nice cold glass of Coca-Cola. I'm out of here.
Man, you let me know right now, what the hell do Coca-Cola have to do with Microsoft? What do Microsoft got to do with Coca-Cola? Like, what kind of business is that? You know what I'm saying? Other than what he was saying about the nanos, you know what I'm saying? Like, the nanotech, like, that is crazy. And a 5-year deal. So I guess all it's going to take is 5 years to implement this how they want it. And what you think going to happen after that? Just a thought, man. Just something to make your mind wander a little bit. That's it.
So Cat Williams was featured in GQ magazine as the man who opened the portal, bro.
Okay.
And I can't lie to you, bro. Remember he kicked off that conspiracy with that chain. and the Club Shay Shay interview, bro. Between the Club Shay Shay interview to Willie D, bro, he shook the realm. Honestly, the Joe Rogan interview was cool too, for sure. But that Club Shay Shay one, that's the one that set the catalyst. That's the one that set the catalyst for real, bro. Cause you ain't expect him to go deep like that on certain you don't expect him to go in certain routes, and you know, he blitzed it's like he knew the revealing. He knew what's to come. See, a lot of people think like, oh, Hollywood getting exposed, Diddy, bro, y'all ain't seen nothing, bro. Y'all don't understand what's about to partake. That's why, like, you might see yourself shifting away from people. You might see your world shifting, bro, because we going in times of lightness versus darkness, bro. And everybody that side with that darkness, bro, you gotta let they ass fade and the energy that they love to resonate in, bro. And everybody that's standing the light, standing true, bro. This is the time to speak out and stand on business, bro, because there's a spiritual warfare going on. I'm not saying, oh yeah, the return of the God. I'm not gonna say all that. How do you know that? But one thing for surely, bro, every system got an end, bro.
Crazy, man. I don't know what cat look like a cultist, man. For real. Look like he deep off in that mud, you know, like that. Man, I know there was no Halloween costume.
A very popular influencer on this app slid into my DMs and she's like, I've been watching your spooky scary story times. They're always on my For You page and I have a creepy story for you, but you have to keep me anonymous. And this one is good. She told me it involves a very high profile Hollywood actor. To be fair, she did not tell me who it is, so don't be asking me because I don't know. She started her DM by saying that she's wanted to tell this story on her own page for a while, but she signed an NDA and she can't risk getting into legal trouble, but she's still curious to what people think. So she said 2 years ago she was in LA at a red carpet premiere with a friend of hers who's a model. The premiere wraps up, they go to an after party, and at the after party is a very prominent Hollywood actor. She says it's a household name, everybody knows who he is. He is significantly older than her. She's in her mid-20s. She said her and the actor were making eyes all night, but they didn't really talk except for once when they were at the bar at the same time, and he complimented her drink choice. Her and her friend decide to leave around 1:30 in the morning. They're walking toward the door. The actor is by the door. He stops them. He's like, where are y'all going? She tells him they have no plans. He's like, we should be friends on Instagram. So he adds her on Instagram. She's all excited about it, but doesn't really think anything comes of it. She said that she's used to being around very famous people and nothing ever happens. So they're in the Uber on the way back to her friend's house when he DMs her and he's like, hey, if you want to keep this party going, you can come over to my place. I can send you a car. Her friend's like gassing her up. She's like, yes, girl, go get it. Like, she thinks they're going to hook up. So she goes back to her friend's place. He sends an Uber to pick her up and takes her to a house in the hills. She says the Uber pulls up to a gate with an intercom system and the Uber driver's like, what do I do? And she's like, I don't even know if he knows my full name. So she tells the Uber driver his name. He's like, hey, I'm dropping off so-and-so. And there's just like silence on the other end of the intercom. So she DMs the guy. She's like, hey, I'm here. He DMs her back after like a minute and he's like, okay, like just go in. You beat me home. She gets dropped off, walks up to the door, knocks on the door, and like the help, I guess, answers the door. She said when she got there, she was a little bit put off because there were other people there and the help takes her phone and has her sign an NDA. And she said that she didn't recognize anybody that was there, but there were probably like 15 people all kind of scattered around the living room and the kitchen, just drinking and making themselves at home. A lot of them were sitting around boredly, just like in like quiet conversations with each other. So she just goes and like takes a seat. He walks in after about 15 minutes and goes like straight over to her, leads her to his bedroom. They hook up. She actually said it was very vanilla, very boring. She thinks she's gonna go. He's like, do you want to go to another party? There's something else happening tonight. And she's like, okay, sure. So he leads her down this back stairwell in the back corner of one of the rooms in his house. And it's like a warehouse type garage. He's got a bunch of cars parked down there and they get in the back of this unmarked black SUV. She says the car is driving underground in tunnels for about 20 minutes and she's trying to make like light conversation with him. Like, where are we going? Like, whose party is this? And he's just like, oh, it's a really good time. Like, you'll like it when we get there. But she said he was very stoic, like did not talk to her more than a few words at a time. The car pulls out of the tunnel and they are in front of this big warehouse. And she said she didn't recognize anything around it. She has no idea where they were. She said probably 20 minutes in any direction from the hills. It's still dark out. They walk up to the front of this warehouse. There's like big steel doors and there's a couple bouncers outside in like black suits. They open the doors, they let them in. And she said it's all red lit inside and the whole warehouse was sectioned off into different areas. To her immediate left when she walked in was a bar. To the right was a small circle with a short fence surrounding the circle. And in the middle of the circle was a woman. Outside the circle was a guy dressed as a bullfighter and there were about 20 people watching this. So she looks at the actor and she's like, what is this? And he's like, oh, it's kind of like an art installation. Like there's just different spectacles to see. She said some areas were not that abnormal. Like one area just had a tarot card reader. So there was another area with just some couches and speakers and a DJ. And in that area, the DJ was just playing this like very electronic bass heavy music with metal noises. And there were people with power tools making sparks fly everywhere. I don't know. So they're just sitting in there having some drinks, listening to the music for a little while when she feels somebody tap her, and she turns around and there's a guy standing with a wolf mask on in like normal street clothes, but just like a giant wolf mask with the mouth open. And he's like, hey, and the actor she's with grabs her and like pulls her away. And she's like, what was that? And he's like, you're not ready for that crowd yet. They're walking around looking at all the different installations or exhibits, I guess. And they get to like a far back corner. And she said there were two people, a man and a woman, and they were blindfolded. And in front of them on the floor was a bunch of broken glass. And she said when they got over there, there were like 40 people all standing around like watching them. And the people all watching them were encouraging them to like take steps forward. She said she looked down at their feet and could tell that at some points they had misstepped and stepped on broken glass. Both the man and the woman were standing still when somebody in the crowd threw a glass at them and was like, move. So she got upset at this point, and she like grabs the actor and she's like, I don't like this, like I want to go. And he tries to calm her down. He's like, everybody that is here willingly, like it's with consent, it's just an installation, I told you that. And she's like, I don't like this, it's creeping me out, like I want to leave. So he's reluctant, but he agrees. So they go back outside, they get in the black unmarked SUV and they start driving, but they don't go back in the tunnel, they're taking a different road, and she doesn't recognize anything. So they're driving for like 10 minutes. Mind you, she still doesn't have her phone, and they pull up to this gas station. The car stops. He's like, this is your stop. The driver hands her her phone and they're like, get out. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't even know where I am. He's like, get out. So she gets out of the car and the car pulls away. She opens Insta to DM him and he already has blocked her. So she has to call her own Uber. She said it took like 10 minutes for the guy to get there, and then it was 40 minutes till she got home. She said she's been wondering literally for like 2 years now what she saw at that party, especially with everything that's coming out about Hollywood. So she's curious to what you guys think. It did come from her actual account, and like this could be a made up story. However, I did look at her account. Like, she is huge on this app. I don't know why she would lie about this, especially being anonymous. Let me know what you think, and keep sending me your spooky scary stories, and I'll keep adding them to this playlist. Also, I have polls on my Insta every day on the next spooky scary story I tell.
What is wrong with people, man? That's crazy. That is crazy. Going places with strangers like that. Like, come on, man. She really got lucky, I ain't gonna lie, but she should have knew something was up when she was going through a tunnel, no cap. She should have turned it around and ended her night just like that. It's crazy. Y'all be careful out there.
I don't know if you guys have seen the video that's going viral out of Arizona this morning of the UAP. I am about to share a brightened clip with you guys because you can see the shape of one of the crafts. Okay, now I brightened this so you can see it better.
Baby, don't move. I'm outside the truck.
Okay. Did you see it? You can see the almost triangular shape with the lights on the top. And there's more than one.
I'm outside the truck. Don't move.
Now, her name is Ash, and she posted 2 videos, one last night, and then, of course, it's blowing up, so she posted part 1, which was what they took before they started filming this one. And they're both pretty lengthy videos, and she gets really good footage of whatever these are. This was the one last night, and then this is the one she just uploaded this morning. You guys could go watch it, tell me what you think. There's one really bright light, and you can watch the other lights like move towards it, and then there's one on this side that's like almost like it's hiding in the clouds. They almost seem to move around this brighter one, but these two stay in place for the most part. And this was Bullhead City, Arizona. I mean, what do you guys think? I thought this was very, very good footage. And I'm just waiting to see more people post different angles of this because there's no way they were the only people that saw this.
It's been a lot of sightings lately. Arizona, Texas, North Carolina, they say, I think Asheville had some sightings lately. Man, there's been sightings almost everywhere lately. Like, what is going on? Since they revealed them saying they are real finally, you know, they've been showing up everywhere. What's going on? Are they fit to reveal themselves, introduce themselves and stuff, or what? What's really going on?
So this video was taken from behind the Sphinx, right? Y'all paint the pyramid and shit in the back, but I want y'all to look at those blocks and shit that built the Sphinx and the pyramid, right? And then look at this. I want us to make this make sense, y'all. Do y'all see that? That's just one little cinder block on the back of a Mack truck, yo. Bent that joint. And look at the size of that one person to that block. Now, if I'm not mistaken, y'all, back in the Egyptian days, they said that they was tugging those big ass blocks with ropes and a bunch of men. Now, when y'all see this, do y'all really believe that this was built by 1 million men with ropes and sticks? when you looking at this, another thing I was peeping, I'm like, yo, we always talk about the very top, but what happened to this part that wrapped all the way around? What was on there that you didn't want us to see? Or did it just fall apart? Why everything else didn't just fall apart? I don't know, y'all.
Giants, that's all I'm gonna say.
I found this piece at Goodwill, and it appears to be made, it is made in China, possibly the 60s, maybe the 80s. But it's very interesting if you look on this map. So you have America, you have Africa, which looks very different, Asia, and then if you look closely, Tartaria is in the Asian continent, very close to the North Pole. And America, North America has a golden inscription. There's a sea serpent in the ocean. Oops. So we have South America, which has a different spelling. It's got a weird creature there in the ocean. Is that Leviathan? I don't know. Of course, we have Africa. But then if you look at the South Pole, you have all these creatures. There's like a winged horse, regular horse. There's what looks like maybe a rhino with a point on the top. Very weird. Look at all that landmass that looks usable that's in the South Pole. And then there's a weird sea creature there by Peru. Very interesting.
Man, what I always say, man, they be putting the truth in the cartoons, the TV shows, and the movies, man. They put all these mythical creatures out here in the movies and call the movies sci-fi or science fiction. It's not real. And all the real stuff or the stuff that they allegedly say is real is really the boo-boo, man. It's the stuff, you know, that they put in front of us like propaganda or whatever you might want to call it. I don't know, maybe. So, yeah. And say it's real life stuff. This is reality or reality through just look at it, reality TV. Most stuff you see on reality TV, they come out and tell you that it was all scripted and fake. They telling you without telling you. You got to have discernment to see what's real and what's not. You got to have the eyes, you know what I'm saying? The sight, the spiritual sight. You know what I'm saying? When I always say lack of perception breeds deception, because it's all about a plot, a ploy, and a play on us, on our minds, man. But like I always tell you, don't fall for the boo-boo, man.
So did you guys see the video of the grocery stores? I don't know if it's Walmart or Target, and they have a digital price guide. Not the little paper stickers that tell you how much everything is. It's literally a little billboard underneath the products. In this particular video, this guy was showing soup, and it's basically Bluetooth to the store and the registers, and they can change the price whenever they want. So for instance, in the beginning of the day when nobody's really shopping that much, the soup was marked at, like, say 90 cents, he said. And then as it gets busier and they notice more people in the store, they jack it up 10 cents, 15 cents. And then when they notice that supply's running down, they jack it up even more. Can somebody tell me how this is legal? I know RFK is stepping in January to fix the chemicals in our food, but this needs to be addressed as well. You are robbing people. And I do not know what the laws are on that. I have never seen anything like that before. So I hope when this new administration takes office in January, this is addressed.
Don't fall for the boo-boo, man. Black Friday, it's Black Friday. I got to go get me some stuff, it's Black Friday. Thinking they get some deals, man. They ain't getting no deal. They still getting popped. Hey, for real. They getting popped across their head, man. It's almost the original price. They paying it, it just make it look good with them numbers. But if you don't know your math, then you can't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't thinking about that. You just think about how much of a deal you got, and they show you it's this much. Like they say, move their price tag and see the one that they had right there behind it previously. Because that's what they do. Just go in and slip another one in front of the old one. Check it out next time you go, man. It's just a little free game. That's it. Like I always say, I'll catch y'all in the next video. It's your boy DONCOOZIE. I'm out. Holla.